Louisiana beer reviews. Dragon Stout. Fire! There's a couple of video reviews for this, or at least one video review. The other one is Dragon Stout Spitfire. And then I did a little research today, and I said, I do remember the Spitfire, and I had forgotten about it. So this is fire. I did some trademark research, and it was introduced in 2020, and as of May 11th, 2021, there was still some correspondence between Desno and Geddes and the trademark office. There was some things, so it's very new, but it could just be a renaming of the Spitfire, or it could be a new recipe. There's nothing on the Desno and Geddes website, which is listed as the Red Stripe Company, Jamaican website, but I can't find anything. There's a little mention of it on United States Beverage, the importer. United States Beverage LLC. It just says, and there's a 10% fire. And I'm pretty sure I remember years ago they were saying, and you can get the 10% Spitfire. But like I say, is it a new recipe, or is it just a renaming of the old Spitfire? I could not find any trademark information on Spitfire, however, so it may have never been sold in the USA, because I noticed that the review for Spitfire, I think, was I know one of them was a Canadian reviewer, so I don't know, man. It could just be they introduced it to the US market and they had to give it a different name because of some other product called Spitfire. Alright, anyway, there is some kind of code here, but I'm not going to try to figure it out. Best by the 17th day of July 2022, so it could be a two-year date on this little baby bottle. It is a ripoff. 9.6 ounces. Now, I was saying that the Jack Daniels flavored beers from Louisville, Kentucky were ripoffs because those are 10-ounce bottles. You can get the pint cans. But this is really bad. 9.6 ounces. This is a baby bottle. Dragon Stout is older than Red Stripe. Same company, Desno and Geddes, two British guys in the British colony of Jamaica, started Red Stripe, but Desno and Geddes, and then they added Red Stripe. But it says since 1920, and Red Stripe didn't come out till 28, and it wasn't even the Red Stripe we know today. That it was reformulated as a light lager in 1934. So for the first 6 years, it was like they were saying on the old Diageo-owned website that it was like a darker, harsher lager, and then they reformulated it to be a lighter Caribbean-style lager, which made it so popular. But it has been owned by Heineken since 2015. Diageo, meaning Guinness, sold it to Heineken in 2015. All right, anyway, it's like burnt something. I don't want to say burnt molasses, but it's burnt some kind of, obviously, barley, but don't they use cassava meat, the cassava pulp and as their adjunct in Red Stripe? Could be that. All right, so it's an unusual aroma. I've never smelt it before. The taste. I'm not saying it's a bad aroma, it's exotic. It's different, tropical. This is a most unusual product. I am very much looking forward to watching those reviews, especially of the Spitfire, to see if what they say is matching up with this. Imperial Stout. If someone gave this to you blind and said, guess what this is. I don't know if you would guess Imperial Stout. I did not get a good price. I paid $2.99 for that little mini bottle at Red, White, and Brew in Hammond, Louisiana on US Highway 90 eastbound. I don't really shop there too much. I mean, they have an enormous and incredible selection. I'll give them that. Of beers from around the world. But the prices are elevated, and I just don't want to pay $2.99 for a little mini bottle. But I figured, I said, watch, don't buy it and you never see it again. So I had to do it. This thing is red. It's definitely a red, brown. I don't know what that color is called, but it's not super dark. You see, if I drank this off the bat, I would probably think it was some kind of malt beverage, because they clearly use some barley malt. But I would be saying, do they age this in port barrels? Because it tastes like it's aged in port wine barrels. There's definitely like a port wine taste. That deep ruby red wine, like some of those foreign ones you get at the store. Trying to think of the one I was doing. I was going to review them all, but then I drank too much one day of it and it made me feel sick. I never bought any more, but I can't say it wasn't good. Mathern's has, they must have 20 different ports. Some of them are very expensive and probably deserving of the price, but could they have taken a 10% Jamaican stout and aged it in port barrels? I mean, I guess they could. There's like a kind of slick mouthfeel. The body is high, medium, but not heavy. And the finish is one of those oddballs, midway sweet to dry finishes. Like you can't figure out, is it sweet, is it dry, is it sweet, is it dry, sweet. It's very strange. There's raisin. I think Rapier's got it a dog score because it was so unusual that people were saying, this is trash, this is trash. Assuming this is Spitfire. Oh. Isn't Spitfire one of those Adnams British beer variants? Could have been a conflict there where they couldn't. Alright, so I don't know. Raisin, cherry, like when you get that Polish and Finnish wine, the cherry Kiafa. Bitterness is there, but it's underneath. You know, there's a slight little bitterness. Not much. There is, but they're obviously adding some hop products to give it that offsetting bitterness. This is like a strange liqueur. I like it though. I like it though. I like it though. Hey, I guess every stout doesn't have to taste like every other stout, and I guess every Imperial Stout doesn't have to taste like all the other ones. I think this is a very good beer. And I was like, this is a very strange trip. What a long, strange trip it's been. But anyway, everything I'm telling you is literally what happened. Oh, this is dynamite. I don't care. I mean, it's unusual, it's exotic, it's strange, it's kind of aberrant in a way, but it's memorable. And if I saw it again, would I buy it? Well, I mean, Total Wine had it for $11.99, a 6-pack with the little baby bottles. To me, I kind of would buy it, you know, because it's so unusual. I would buy it. I mean, it's not a good value, but I would buy it. I'm going to score it an 8. I'm going to say 94 out of 100. You say, oh, but you pointed out strange things about it. I don't really think strange things are detriments. They're just strange. They're unusual. They're non-traditional, but they're enjoyable. They're interesting. I mean, I'm tired of every beer I'll say, oh, look, it tastes like fruit. You know, okay, I understand that. Anyway, so you said, well, I know a raisin is a fruit, but it's a different type. All right, but anyway, you're going to feel like fire because you're going to be lit up. You know what I mean? It's 10%. But no, it's a pretty interesting, it's a very interesting product, in fact. So Heineken, they make a lot of Heineken's type stuff, and then they make a lot of this kind of stuff. And they make the Jingle Black from Brazil, and the Jingle Gold, which is one of the greatest beers I ever tried. And the Dragon Stout, they didn't invent that. They inherited that with their buyout. But this is a great product, really. So, Laissez-les bon temps relais. A great product. 94 out of 100. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all go to Kingston, Jamaica, and tour the Desno and Getty's Red Stripe Beer Brewery. Go tour the brewery.